Hi, Puddins. What is up? What is up? Goodness gracious. Don't know why I'm yawning. Okay, so my ears. Okay. Okay, maybe I'm. All right. Sorry about that, y'all. Um, so the reason I'm doing this live is because when I was editing my vlog from the past week, I accidentally deleted the clips from me uh doing my sit down video talking about my diet. So I decided, why not just talk about it real time with you guys and, you know, go from there. Um, so why I call this the common sense is basically because it's exactly what it is. You're using your common knowledge that you have up here and you're going with it basically. Now, some people are probably knowledgeable, but not nearly as knowledgeable, or maybe they just need a little bit of help. And that's what I'm here for. Also, I'm also talking about my diet and stuff because I feel like you guys can get a kind of, hopefully, you guys can get some ideas or get some tricks along the way or something. I don't know. So, anyway, let's just get started because I have a bunch of shit that I want to talk to you guys, tell you guys about about this diet. So, basically the first thing I said this in my very first video that of this whole series for this whole month of Fituarary is with drinking water, and I still have issues even 8 months later, 8 9 months later. I don't think it's like 9 months, maybe, I'm not sure, but anyway, even months later, almost close to a year later, I'm still having issues with trying to get enough water in. My goal is always to get at least 64, which is a gallon if you're here in the States. If you're overseas, obviously just do the conversion. Conversion, is that how you say it? Convert it to whatever, measurements are done, that you use. Um, for me, it was really, really hard, but I have some tricks and some hacks that help me along the way. So first off, before you even begin having a diet, start drinking nothing but water. Do not allow yourself to drink like tea, um, energy drinks, coffee, or anything like that. Just go completely off the grid with any drinks besides water. For one, me doing that, it basically was kind of like a little jump start into this, okay? And it kind of motivated me like the next week to obviously cook healthy foods and, obviously eat them. Um, Also, it made me, during that whole week, do a lot of research and just figure out what was going to be the right diet for me. Yes, I could have done keto. Yes, I could have done paleo, or I could have done, I don't know what else there is, like vegan, or I could have done all these other extremities like going to Weight Watchers or Jenny Craig, or all these little weight loss programs and stuff. I could have done all that. Yes, I could have. I actually have a South Beach diet um, book in storage. I could pull that out of storage and like started doing that again. But did I? No, because I wanted this to end up being a lifestyle for me, and that's why I decided on what I call the common sense diet. I don't know if that's really a technical term for it or anything like that. That's just what I call it. So don't be like, oh, I'm using the common sense diet. I'm on the common sense diet, and people are looking at you like there is no such thing as that, because that's what I call it. So if you want to call it that, you go right ahead. Just know that that's what I call it, because it's simple term for me, because everybody's like, oh, what is the common sense diet? I was like, it's the diet that you use your common sense with. Like, use your common sense when you're, you know what I mean? So anyway, I'm I'm going off the rabbit trail. I bought me a really cute. water bottle. I'm not saying buy you a cute water bottle. I mean, you can buy a tumbler or a cup or whatever, and just have that specifically for your water drinking. Um, it could be a water bottle that, holds 64 ounces, and you know, that's what you got to finish in the day. You can use a water jug. You can, I don't know, the list goes on. You can find you can find a water bottles. I mean, where you go to every freaking store that probably sells food or, home things, and I'm pretty sure you're going to find a water bottle somewhere in the store. You can go to the Dollar Tree and buy one for $1. I'm just saying, like, if you're trying to save some coin, especially when you first start out, like, especially with me, I literally was on a budget when I first began, like, eating right and stuff like that. So I had to kind of watch what my coin was going to be about. So that's one thing. Also, carry it around with you everywhere. Now, if you're at home or whatever, just keep it by your couch or keep it, you know, by your bedside or whatever. Carry it with you everywhere. Like, I carry my water bottle with me everywhere. Like, if I'm running errands, if I am going to work, if I'm going to the gym, or hell, even if I'm going 5 minutes up the road to pick up my daughter from school, like, I'm still going to carry my water bottle with me, because basically, if you have it with you all the time, you're going to constantly be drinking it. And especially if it's cute, you're going to even want to drink it even more. I'm just saying. And then if you're if you don't like the blonde taste of water, which I know a lot of people out there are, you can try putting like lemon or lime or any kind of fruit in there. Um, I learned later on, after I stopped putting lemon in my water, that lemon is a natural diabetic. So what that diabetic? Why did I say diabetic for? That was stupid. Okay. Anyway, um, natural diuretic. So basically what that's going to do is help cleanse it out. Hence, you're going to end up, feeling lighter, and you're going to lose weight. I realized the first week, and I didn't even change my diet at that point. The first week that I was drinking water, I started this all. I had lost 5 pounds. I was super stoked. It's not much. It doesn't seem like it's much, but 5 pounds is a lot in a week, because now I'm averaging out about a half of a pound to a pound a week, just kind of depending on, my workout and my diet and everything. Um, so yeah, I was 5 pounds a week is incredible. And then obviously, the next week you can begin the diet if you want, or you can do all of this all in 1 week. But I just feel like I kind of slowed myself into it and did my research. But anyway, with everything, you know, what I did during the week that I was just drinking water is I did research on diets, recipes, things like that. And that's where I realized that the what I call the common sense diet was going to be the one that would help me succeed. Now, obviously, you can go and do keto, you can do other diets if this is not the right diet for you. I'm not saying that this diet is meant for everybody, but you can start somewhere, right? So now I'm going to talk about foods that you should eat, because I feel like if I talk about this first, you're not worried about food that, when if I talked about foods that you can't eat first, you're just going to think about the negativity. So let's think about the positivity first. Okay. I don't know if I made sense on that. But anyway, so obviously, vegetables and fruits. You just gotta watch your fruit intake, because they do have sugars in it. Like, for me, I always try to have at least one serving of vegetables in every meal that I have, including my snack. I know that sounds really crazy and like too much, but it is true. Like, if I'm having breakfast, I'll have, like, I don't know, I'll have spinach with my eggs or something. And then for my, like, in between, like, snack, like between lunch and breakfast, I'll have like a banana and some carrots. I don't know. I'm just making up something. And then for lunch, I'll have like some ground turkey with some mustard and some broccoli. I don't know. And then for my snack, like my in between snack, I'll maybe have, like, I don't know, some snap peas with hummus. I don't know. And then for dinner, obviously chicken, maybe some asparagus, and go from there. So just figure it out. Now with fruit, I would recommend like anywhere between 2 to 3 servings, or 2 to 3, servings a day. Um, and I love fruit, so I that's why I couldn't be like going on, like, for an example, the keto diet, because I love fruit and I'm not a huge raspberry or blueberry eater like I am, excuse me, strawberries and blackberries. So that was out of the picture for me. Um, but let's see what's next. Lean meats. Lean meats are very important. I feel like the leaner it is, the healthier it is. You can eat red meat if you want to as well. But if you like, I'm just gonna name a few examples of lean meat. You probably know it's like chicken breast, ground turkey, or any kind of like turkey meat. Um, you can find like vegan or vegetarian options of meat based foods, meat substitutions. Is that right? Am I talking? I guess I'm saying it right. But anyway, um, fish. List goes on and on. You can, I mean, go Google what a lean meat is. There, it's gonna come up. Any type of protein really is pretty much lean. You can have red meat and it's lean as long as there's, I would say, anywhere between like 15, no more than like 15% of it is fat. I'm just saying, maybe even less than that. I just feel like, but you got to be careful with lean, with red meat, because it's a slower digesting. I think that my coach was telling me it takes about 9 days for it to digest in your system all the way through. So just know that. Um, I think that's what he told me. I think he said 9 days, or maybe it's 7 days. I'm not sure, but it's anywhere between that bracket. Um, Good carbs, um, or complex carbs. Carbs that are obviously good for you. You can Google what is complex carbs. I want to give you some examples like whole grains, brown rice. Whole grains is like, like, or like tortillas that are like whole grains, obviously. The list goes on. You know, trying to think what else is okay. So foods that you should limit it to your cheat meal. Sit down or fast food restaurants. Um, in some cases, the sit down restaurant, if they have a healthy menu option, then yes. But let's say, for an example, it's not your dated like cheat meal. Maybe a coworker or a friend or a family member calls you out and says, "Hey, let's go have lunch," or "Hey, let's go have dinner." Well, you ask them where at. They say this place. Let's say they say Chili's. What I do is I go on Chili's website and look at their healthier options on their menu and see what their calories are for it, what their macros are, and stuff like that. I have a video on macros, calories, and micros. So just check that video out. I try to explain it as best as possible. I try to explain it in a way that I could understand it, and I'm not the brightest crayon in the box, y'all. So there you go. Um, but yeah, do your research whenever, if you guys are going, let's say for dinner or lunch, look up that restaurant, see if they got a menu online. If they don't have a menu online, call. Or when you get restaurant, ask questions, ask your waiter questions. If they don't know, ask them if you can speak to the manager about it. A lot of the times, most restaurants do basically, teach they're supposed to teach their waiters the ins and outs of all the ingredients and things like that, and the macros and the calories and this, that, and the third. So, like, for an example, if you do go out and you're just going to keep it a safe way and just go and eat a salad, make sure the dressing's on the side. Make sure, just, you can you can go about it in a way that like works for you in your diet. But normally, if you're going to go and have a cheeseburger, just wait until your cheat meal and have a cheeseburger. Or if you're going to have like onion rings or whatever, wait until your cheat meal to do it. Does that make sense? You know what I'm saying? But if you are going out and it's not your cheat meal, then obviously do your research. I normally will. Um, I used to have like all of my favorite healthy food from different restaurants that me and my family and my friends and everybody we would normally go to. That way I can just be like, oh, I want this plate, and I already have it, and they do have some really especially like O'Charlie's and places like that. They have really good like grilled chicken with vegetable plates that are very, very good and very tasty. You just gotta obviously ask questions. My dad was, when I asked the first time, my dad was like, but my dad didn't understand that I was trying to eat healthy and what the process is for me, and one of the process was if you don't know, ask, I mean, that's just common sense right there. If you don't know, ask. Um, let's see. Um, any bad carbs, any trans fat, which is basically any junk food. If you don't know what junk food is, then girl, you're doing good for yourself in life. But anyway, what junk food is. It's chips, cookies, cake, ice cream, um, any kind of snacks, chocolate, candy. I mean, you know what I mean by that. You know what I'm talking about. Junk food. Anything that is not, basically anything that is not a complex carbs is bad for you. Um, or trans fats is bad for you. Which is mostly junk food, unfortunately. Um, let's see. I'm trying to think. Obviously, cut out sodas. Cut out, really sugary drinks like energy drinks. Now, coffee is one thing that I would say it depends on how you make your coffee and where you get your coffee. Now, for an example, if you go to Dunkin' Donuts, that's not recommended because they put a lot of sweetener in their coffees and iced coffees too. But if you make your own, then uh, you can actually manipulate what goes into your coffee. Coffee only has like 5 grams of or 5 calories and 1 gram of carbs, and that's it. But if you start adding cream and sugar, obviously it's more. You might sure you cut that out. Okay. That door locked. Yes. Okay. Sorry. So you can still have coffee, just you're just gonna have to, especially if you were like me, like tons of cream and sugar, you're gonna have to try to get your taste buds to manipulate your taste buds in order to for you to you know what I'm saying. um just use your common sense with food, obviously. um lower lower your sodium intake so that you're not retaining, sodium obviously retains a lot of water weight, if you have a lot of it. So just kind of watch your sodium intake. You can get like Mrs. Dash. They have like low sodium or no sodium seasonings. So if you want to go that route, you can. I have a bunch of them in my spice cabinet. So I mean, just do what's easier for you. Pink Himalayan salt is a better option. It's not going to be the best option, but it's better if you like salt on your food. It's pink. If you can get over pink salt, then you're okay with it. So yeah, I think that's it. If you have any more questions about what is bad and what's not, definitely ask me. Meal prepping is the best way about going about doing anything, especially if you work or you're just busy. And I think most adults these days, especially me, are pretty much busy. Buy you a lunchbox, buy you containers, try to, set yourself up for success, pick out a day to go grocery shopping, pick out a day to go meal prepping. It might have to be on, the same day. Um, But, if you meal prep anywhere between 3 to 7 meals or 3 to 7 days at a time, you're gonna succeed, I promise you. Um, what I do is I meal prep for the so, like, for an example, if I work 4 days, I'll prep 4 meals or 4 days worth of meals. And then those, 3 days or 2 days or whatever, however many days you get off, I normally will just cook, you know what I mean? So anyway, I'll have a video. I'll sit down and talk to you guys about meal prep more in depth, and I'll actually walk you through how I meal prep. But I just meal prepped Sunday or Saturday. Was it Sunday or Saturday? Whatever. One of those days I end up meal prepping, and I meal prep chili. So yeah, um, you'll be surprised how long chili lasts, especially if you freeze it. Um, let's see. What is next? Oh, supplements. I want to talk a little bit about supplements. Supplements that I'm currently taking are like protein, pre-workouts, and amino acids. There are some that I'm going to be adding on, like fat burners and stuff like that, because I feel like, my weight loss is slowing down, and I'm trying to speed things up a little bit. So, um, so yeah, that's what I'm planning on doing with that. And then also I want to add on some creatine, just for like you know, muscle recovery afterwards. So so yeah. Um Obviously I take multivitamin, which I feel like that's sort of like insurance for, your body. Um I'm trying to think what else I need to mention. If I forget, I'll probably mention it in other videos, or if you have questions, you can definitely ask me. Yeah, I think that's everything that I have that I can think of right now. Thinking about doing like weight loss hacks that I've learned um over the time of my weight loss journey. And also I'm gonna talk a little bit, if you're interested in seeing that, then obviously else that I'm forgetting. If I remember it, obviously, like I said, I will mention it some way or another, whether it's not, I'm gonna show you the benefits of them. Also, I'm gonna talk about what else you can take out there. I mean, there's a bunch of supplements. I'm gonna let you know that supplements definitely like it. So I know that if you have questions, definitely let me know. Ask away. I will try to do my best to answer them the best that I can, or basically, if it was a question that was like that. And if you're new here, definitely subscribe. And I will see you next time. And like I always say, whether you're dressed up,